Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Two Shadow production. On tonight's story, we'll have some slow horror movies. But before that, I need a cigarette. Crack our one open. And let's get to it. Oh, do remember to like and subscribe, guys. First episode, The Quiet Ones. Wait outside. The knock at the window. The story begins softly, like a whisper floating through a long forgotten memory. You live in a small cabin tucked deep in the forest, where you close neighbors and the echo of your own footsteps. Every night the woods became heavier, almost like the trees leaned closer and listening. The first time it happens, you're half asleep. I knock, not on the door, nor on the wall, but on the bedroom window, just inches from where your head rests. I sink a gentle tap, almost polite, almost curious. You open your eyes, but you don't sit up. The moonlight blends through the curtain on a faint strip, enough to show the outline of your room. The wooden ceiling, the quiet lamp, soft glow at the dying fireplace from the room. Nothing moves. You tell yourself it's a branch, a dream, anything else, maybe your imagination. But when the knock comes again, you start to doubt this time, slower, closer, like someone's dragging their fingertips across the glass, listening for your breath. You don't look. You don't want to look. Every instinct stays still. Minutes pass. The forest breathes. The wind waits. Eventually you drift back to sleep. But no, not in a peaceful way. Sound slips into your dreams. A soft voice, almost chilling, like whispering through the glass. Not tonight, but soon. And when you finally wake up in the morning, you see it. A handprint, small, too small. The rest on the outside of your window. And it's facing inward, watching. You leave it there, because something inside you knows if you wipe it away, it might return tonight. Where the road looks back. There's a rumor in Greenwich, Montana, a tiny, unmarked town near the Canadian border. People don't move out of Greenwich. They just vanish. Quietly, cleanly, almost polite. No bodies, no police, no searches. Just one day, you're in a grocery store, and then the next day, their house is empty, their car is in the driveway, lights on, dinner half cooked, like they disappear outside for a moment, and they never step back in. Locals say the town was cursed. Out of towners say the locals are drunk. Nobody can agree on what happens. But everybody agrees. One thing only. Great age makes you forget you're already there. A man looking for a missing town. Our main character is Mark. He hears rumors on a road trip through Montana. He loves true crime. A missing person, mysterious. So he decides to check the area, touristing. But every time he asks for directions to Great Ditch, people answer the same strange way. You already passed it. It's behind you. You've been there. You should leave before it remembers you. He laughs it off. Small town weirdos, right? He drives north, following his GPS into endless pines and rolling fog. All signs. Say, welcome to Great Ditch. Population number is scratched off. Mark frowns upon it. He has the strangest feeling. Not that he's found something new, but that he's returned somebody he'd forgotten about, like a deja vu, wrapped in dread. The town that haunts itself, Great Ditch, is silent. No cars, no people. Lights flicker on the windows, a radio playing somewhere far away with no voice, only just a static breathing. Mark walks through the main street. Everything looks alive and he looks through the houses, sees lights, even gets out of the car, walks slowly past someone's window just to see coffee cups. You can still see the warmth, a newspaper from today, footprints on the dirt road, but not a single human being. He checks the dinner, half-eaten meals, a spilled drink, a door swinging slightly as someone opened it just seconds ago. He calls out, "Hello? Hello? Is anyone there?" His voice echoes too far from normal, like the empty town is bigger inside than outside. The loop Mark decides to leave it. He gets in his car, drives back towards the highway. After 10 minutes of trees and fogs, a sign appears. "Welcome, Great Ditch." He stares. That's impossible. He turns around, drives the opposite direction. 10 minutes later, "Welcome to Great Ditch." He tries another road, and another, and another. All came, the same sign appears every time. In every direction he goes. The roads all bend, curve slightly, then bring him back. Great Ditch is a circle with no outside. The first warning, while driving, his radio turns itself on. A voice whispers through heavy static, "Stop living. You live here now." Mark slams the power off. He turns himself on again. "You always lived here. You just forgotten." turns a corner sharply, and suddenly he realizes the scenery is familiar, too familiar. The same fallen tree, the same billboard, the same gas station. He's not driving, he's in a circle. And the town is shifting around him. The people who aren't people. At dusk, he sees the first person, a woman, shading completely, still at the end of the road, face black, eyes unfocused, like she's asleep while standing. He shouts to her. She doesn't move. Another person appears behind her. And then another. And another. And then is more. And then is a group. All facing him. All still. Dozens of them. Mark realizes slowly, horribly, these aren't people waiting for him. These are people who vanish. People who are still here, still breathing, still stuck on the same day, forever and ever. Locked between the remembering and the forgotten. One of them finally speaks, a man with a shaking voice. Don't try to leave. You'll only come back. Another whispers, we all did the same thing as you. The truth Mark backs away. The ground feels uneven, the air feels thick. The entire town feels like it's alive, breathing slowly. And then he hears something behind him, a voice identical to his. But not quite similar. Identical. Mark, why are you running? His blood goes cold. He turns around. Someone stands there. Someone with his face, with his clothes, his eyes. But bolder, or tired, or worn down by years spent here. Years he doesn't remember. The other Mark steps closer and whispers, you never came here to investigate the rumor. You came back because you escaped. And Grey Ditch does not let you escape twice. You got lucky. The crowd vanished, people close and whispering, he's home, he's back. He finally remembered. The older Mark smiles. With extortions, welcome back to the place you disappeared from. Mark tries to scream, but the town swallows the sound, swallows him, swallows everything he remembers, and the next morning, a driver passing through Montana asks a gas station clerk, hey, have you heard of the town called Grey Ditch? I heard people disappear there. The clerk shrugs. Never heard of it. Probably something you not think. But behind him, on the far wall of the shop, a dusty old photograph hangs, a group picture of Greenwich Volunteer Fire Department, 1997. Every face is scratched out, except one. Except Mark, smiling, like he never left at all. Now we have a Texas story, a Texas disappearance. The ones in the oil field. The rumor of Redwater, Texas. Deep in the east Texas, there's a forgotten patch of land called Redwater. It's not on the map. The county pretends it doesn't even exist. The locals refuse to drive past it after dark. Deadwater uses to be an oil town. Pump jacks, rusted trucks, roughneck bars until the summer of '98. When 12 workers disappear in one night, no bodies, no footprints, just their gear, helmets, and blood sprayed in a long, sharp stretch across the land. The drilling platforms, streaks that looked like they were made by teeth. The official explanation was industrial accident. No one believes that, of course. They say something came out of the oil that night. Tall, thin, with a jaw that opens wider than a man's chest. The local calls it the cutter. And Redwater is where people go when they want to disappear. Searching for a missing woman in part 2. Our main character, Eden, is a paramedic from Houston. She thought, stubborn, and refused to walk away from a mystery. And her sister, Lena, went missing in Redwater a week ago. Her voicemail. You hear breathing, panic, metal scrapping, and then Eden, don't come here, don't. Aurora cuts her off. Something snarling, something mechanical, like chain spinning through the bone. The call ends. Eden drives to Redwater anyway. On the road towards Redwater, the silent gas station, she reaches a single gas station out on the outskirts of Redwater. Lights flicker, door half open, country music playing on an old radio, but no one is inside, nobody. On the counter, Lena's phone, screen cracked, last video saved, a dark field, shadow moving fast, too fast, a metallic growl, Lana sobbing, please, please, someone help me. The recording cuts off with a loud, violent yank. Eden's hands shake, but she forces herself calm. She steps outside. That's when she hears it. From far off, in an oil field, a chainsaw. A riving glow, not normal, not mechanical, more like something was alive, spinning through those blades. An old fields. At midnight, Redwater feels wrong. The sky too black, the wind too slow, and the ground vibrating like something is moving beneath it. Eden follows the sound down a dirt road, past the rusted oil pumps, through the woods, the noise, howling, Finally, she reaches the field, abandoned drilling rigs. Then she sees it. A trail of deep gashes across the earth, as if something was dragged by a giant and spinning blade through the soil. At the end of the trail, she finds a torn piece of Lana's jacket, still warm. He then whispers, "I'm here, Lana. I'm not leaving without you." But the sound of the chainsaw still rose, deep in the dark. It sounds like it's getting closer to her. Eden hides behind an abandoned generator. The roaring becomes louder and louder, like something is coming closer. Then she sees it step into the moonlight. A tall, lanky, skin blackened and cracking like the oil. Her jaw splits open. Open sideways and spinning a metallic fuzzes into the arms. I saw teeth turning like they were feeding in the air. It's chased, risen and falls like a smelling surge. The critter drags its spinning arms across a steel beam. Sparks fly. It tilts its head, listening, then a single word escapes its mouth, dragging like a metal of metal. Eden. Eden, he says. She covers her mouth. How does it know my name? The demon sniffs again and whispers, "Join us. Join us, Eden." Eden noticed something behind the creature. Figures, dozens, people shading silently in the darkness, frozen, eyes empty, covered in oil and dust. The missing workers from 1998. The missing travelers, everyone who ever entered Redwater and never left. And Lana, standing among them, alive but not. Alive but in the wrong way. Her eyes blanked, her skin pale. No expression. Eden steps out of hiding. "Lana, please." Lana's jaw twitch, her voice guns out, hollow, distant. "You shouldn't have come, Eden." Eden shakes, tears on her face. "What did it do to you?" she whispers. Lana steps closer. We all share the thing under the oil. She lifts an arm and points to the ground. "That's why people disappear, because their bodies stay here, but their minds stay away." She touches Eden's face gently. "Now it wants you too." The ground opens. A sudden tremor shakes the earth. Oil bubbles up between the cracks. Dark hands, dozens of them, arise from the beneath. is Royal grabbing Eden's boots, pulling her at the ankle. She screams, trying to kick free. The cutter lets out a mechanical roar, blade spinning faster, like it's excited. Lana leans down and whispers into Eden's ear. Red butter takes everyone eventually. Don't fight it. It hurts more when you fight. Eden fights anyway. She tears free, sprinting across the field. The demon charges after her, chainsaw arms, spinning so fast they light up in the night like fairy halos. Eden dives under a fallen pipeline. The demon slashes through like a butter. Sparks rain down. She crawls through the dirt, blooded, exhausted, screaming Lena's name. Behind her, she hears the crowd vanish. People in broken voices shouting, "Join, join, join." Eden collapses beside an old drilling well. Suddenly it stops. The chanting, the footsteps, even the cutter's blade. Everything goes quiet. She looks up and sees Lila standing alone, soft, human again. Sis, it's okay, Lana whispers. I needed you. Eden reaches for her, but Lena steps back and her face melts into black oil. Revealing the truth, Lena was calling for help. She was calling her back. Calling her to the same fate. Eden looks around in horror. She's surrounded by the missing, all staring, all whispering her name, and then from behind the cutter walks slowly toward her, arms lowering as she's offering her a gift or a choice. Become like us, it growls, voice spitting into the night, or stay here forever. The next morning, a trucker drives past the abandoned gas station. He sees the paramedic vehicle parked beside it. Door open, lights on, no one inside. He calls the sheriff. When they return later, the car is gone. Only one thing left behind. A trail of deep, sharp marks in the dirt. Like someone dragged spinning chains towards the oil fields and never came back.